Shaun Johnson getting over. And an 8-point lead became 12, the difference. Try scorers in the first half. Brandon Smith, an amazing 35-metre try where he beat defender after defender. So much determination. Shaun Johnson, his dummy and run double. And the Tongan try to Solomona Kata off a kick to the corner, a high kick from John Asiata, battered back by Daniel Tupou. Those were the lone points for Tonga. John Asiata, mixed bag, you'd have to say. A player under pressure with a number 6 on his back, but it's certainly not for the lack of trying if things haven't come off.
Yeah, it was quite a decent, I would say, first 40 minutes from Asiata. He just needs to try and come up with some more creativity with the ball in hand. His only option has been the kick so far. Kenny Bromwich had a really good first half there, running off his brother Jesse. Nearly got to try himself. Keeping very busy, full 80-minute player, as you mentioned, Vossi.
A little bit worried that perhaps Jason Taumalolo hasn't returned here. Tupanua is on the field. Kiwis to get the second half underway with a 12-point advantage at Mount Smart in the box seat. But then you can say they were 2 years ago at the World Cup. Penny Terepo off the back fence as his trademark. For that first run of the second half. Pengai on that run. He's moved into the middle third playing lock. Taumalolo not out there. Tupanua on. Kiwis Joseph Manu had a problem close to half-time. There is Sitili Tupanua, 22 years of age, just 9 games of first grade. Now in the test arena. Totola with the ball. Not able to pass, but another strong surge and tackle 5, 38 metres out from the Kiwis line. Chance to put an attacking kick in, and Asiata does just that. Tongan jerseys there. They have targets. Tupou loses the ball. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck comes up with it. Hits the ground hard.
Not the best kick there from Asiata. Tupou, as you mentioned, he knocked it on, but he also tapped it forward into the hands of Tuivasa-Sheck. Probably not a smart play. Kiwis on the attack.
So it's Manu Ma'u who hasn't returned for the second half. Taumalolo, replaced late in that first half, has remained off. So we're told no injury for Jason, but perhaps not the case for Ma'u. Now Smith with Marshall. There's Johnson delivering short that time. Britton Nakora hasn't looked out of place in a test jersey. The chances he's had so far. Britton Nakora. Oria Hargreaves. Nelson Asafa Solomona. What a pass. Hands back for Leeson Armour. The shackles of Nelson Asafa Solomona. Falling. Flick pass offload. Last tackle Smith. Jesse Bromwich. Jesse, I don't know whether that was the play, my friend.
Yeah, it's not the first time this has happened on the 5th tackle. Jesse has been caught with the ball a couple of times. Asafa Solomona, what a pass. Out the back, flick pass.
Well, if he brings an offloading game into his physical attributes.
Very skillful for a big man. Hard to contain.
Now, Fusitu'a with it. Close to scoring, coming up to half-time. Desperate Kiwis defence. Denied him that opportunity. Tukiaho and Asiata fired across. Pengai offloads, does well, then a juggle. Play on the call, Hopawati with it. Nelson Asafa Solomona was the first man in there. Manu could have been pinged a little late getting in his third man around the legs. Lawler here kicks on the run from inside the 40. It's a great kick. Down to the corner. Tuivasa-Sheck with the ball. New Zealand ready to attack from inside their own 20. Ken Momalo there. Big running meters for Ken in the first half. He's having a stellar season for the Warriors. Try tally as well. 10 tries in the NRL this year. Almost doubled his career tally. Nakora taking off. Going into Tavia Pengai there. Now Smith. Asafa Solomona. Where's this leap come from? This big stride on Nelson. Smith has followed up again, helping himself. Brandon Smith. The pinball out, but look at him. Brandon Smith then kicks for Tuivasa-Sheck off the padding. I think they've still scored. The Kiwis have scored. Johnson's got a hat-trick. There's no doubt about it. Johnson, I reckon, has scored his third try ahead of Tuivasa-Sheck here. It bounced off the posts.
Back to tackle one.
Brandon Smith
Can you confirm that New Zealand
has
grabbed that ball
produced
in
the
goal,
play
please?
again.
Okay, video referee
And I
directly, can we
believe that
put them on
Johnson
side
gets
last
there in a
kick,
photo
please?
finish ahead of Tuivasa-Sheck.
I think you're right. And again, Brandon Smith, it's a beautiful kick. It's the
New
perfect
Zealand
kick.
chasers are onside
It's
from the
too good. It hits the upright. Tuivasa-Sheck,
We'll need to go
he was
tight,
going to
just grounding.
score.
Something from the other side there, just to make sure it's not grounded by
Totola
and then
can't pick
confirm
it
that
up.
New Zealand grounded.
Now, let's see who grounds the ball. Totola tries to pick it up. He knocks it back.
Oh, he's gone over the top of
He's
it.
gone over it
Ball
now.
is touched short of the line by Tonga. There is no grounding in the in
All you got to do is touch it. Who
And,
touches
I
it?
think Rogers beat into it. Rogers got there before Johnson. The foot
that back
of
and roll it through
Totola
again.
is on the ball. Tuivasa-Sheck's hand is underneath Benji Marshall's. What's the name of that game where you go hand over the top of hand? Have a look at it again. You can't ground it with your foot, which is what Totola does here with his leg. And then it's the scramble to who gets their hand on the ball. Well,
There's no grounding by Tonga. Sean Johnson puts his hand on the ball.
Sean
Johnson.
Johnson.
Hang on a sec. The video buckers say Johnson's got his hand to it.
He's got a hat-trick. Tuivasa-Sheck can't believe
What
it.
are you telling me the bunkers judge and jury of whose hand that is?
He's a thief. He's a try thief.
Johnson's got his hand on Totola's leg, but I reckon Tuivasa-Sheck's
agree.
got his hand on the ball.
The camera's got on the Johnson. Oh, hang on, they're rocking off. Johnson won.
What a moment in Test Rugby League. Total confusion.
He went rocks. Tuivasa-Sheck went scissors.
Johnson knows his hand is on Totola's leg. Let's get back to Brandon Smith.
Brandon
You
Smith.
star.
Bulldozing, bustling, so powerful. Low centre of gravity, unbelievable footwork, speed, and then the kick, precision, skill personified. Brandon Smith, what a game, what a test match he has had. And it's not over.
Well, the answer's a pineapple to the try scorer. And I don't want the bunker coming up with those decisions. They've got enough on their plate. But, well, I don't know. But officially, does it go to Johnson? I don't know. But right at the moment, he's got an unofficial test hat-trick. Stewards to determine later. Staggs restarts play. A little over 5 gone second half. It's 22-4. So the Tongans will have to draw on the experience of the World Cup in 2017 now. Brandon Smith, exceptional. I know he loves being at Melbourne, but gee, there's some clubs that'd have him as an 80-minute hooker, aren't there?
Oh, definitely.
He'd be playing 80 minutes now. Forward pass from the Kiwis, and Tongans will get a chance. Benji is perplexed by that. Taking him by total surprise that the pass to him was called forward.
They're very close, and it was from your man, Brandon Smith. He is human.
Over here, scrum.
I'm not even sure if it did go forward. It was extremely close. And then Benji Marshall thought it went backwards, and
Brandon.
they looked surprised with the call from the referee. I think it was the touch judge who pulled it up. But good opportunity here for Tonga. They need it. They haven't had one for a while. A few injuries there. We've got Havili and Ma'u with that neck injury on the sideline. Now, Taumalolo, hopefully he is fit because they need him on the field. If they're going to come back into this match and have any chance of winning, he's got to be out there.
Feeding this scrum. I don't know about the...
Let the ball go in, mate. Not
There you
again.
go. Let the ball go in.
Keep that tunnel clear. Okay, put in, mate.
I think that's the centre playing front row who was doing the striking, but that's a story for another day. With a Pengai with that ball.
Move, Sean!
Can be an even bigger force here. A bit closer to the action. Tongans have to be the next to score. Totola held up there. 7 minutes into the second half. 4 tries to 1 now on the board. And Tokiaho, short Terapo there.
Got to go right again here.
That's the way they go. Lawler here. And Tupanua with the ball. Detained by Armau and Marshall. Tackle 4. Opawati and Lawler here. Terapo will get another run when perhaps the backline movement was the way to go. Last play now. Lawler here. Steps and beats one. Kept alive. Fanu will do the same, will he?
Great
kick. Kick through to the in goal. And Masters back there. Masters trapped in goal for a New Zealand line dropout. Tongans have a real crack there.
Fainu, what a play. This is beautiful. Nice finesse here. He tried to run it. He supported back up the middle from Lawler here. He looked the pass. Watch him find this kick. That's skillful. He's the player. I think he's the player
Okay, time.
that can bring Tonga back into this match. Fanu, he's been so good for Manly. He's a creator. And that's what Tonga need down this end of the field. They've been down here a lot with not much success. Only scored a try off one kick from Asiata.
Just encouraged by that last play. At least Lawler here actually went for a run, took on the line.
It was a good run too, Vossi.
Got to mix it up a bit. Comes to Tola. Tongan crowd have to play their part here now too. Smith around the legs there with Asifa Solomona. Terapo. Good tackle. Asifa Solomona again. 30 away. Tonga on the attack. Tukiaho chipping away. Asifa Solomona makes it 3 tackles in a row. 3 Melbourne players there. Bromwich and Smith as well. Coming up left. Misses out Terapo. Was there a Kiwi hand there? It ended up for Pangai. Centre field, little step. Then Hopawati now. Gets inside the 20. 2 tackles left in the set. Stags. Jason Taumalolo's back on.
Find a pass. He's got to find a pass.
Jesse off the ball. Last one.
Smith and Jesse Bromwich there. Smith has been hurt in making that tackle on Taumalolo. And this time Lawler here pokes it through to the in goal again. Tuivasa Sheck hammered by a red wall of Tongan defence.
Nice defence here because Tuivasa Sheck looked to get back into the field of play. It's Lawler here who comes back and he's the man to get him in the in-goal area. He's the one to kick it too. It's a nice kick. He follows it up. Terapo can't get him. He looks like he's back. Lawler here. Great kick chase off the back of his own kick. So he's come up with a couple of good plays the last 2 sets of 6. But again, looking comfortable in defence, New Zealand.
Nothing more Tuivasa Sheck could have done there. He was under assault once he fielded that ball. He's got the line drop out. 22-4. 30 minutes to go. Michael Maguire's team in front. Taumalolo bringing it back. Big run to set up the set. Off the mark after that. Asiata. Tokiaho will follow up. He's lost the ball. It was stripped there. There were 1, 2, 3 in the tackle. Tongan penalty.
Okay, Brandon Smith. What are you going to do? That's a mark.
And a quick tap.
That's all right.
Terapo.
Levi Nelson.
For Solomona rushed out of the line.
Go, 1.
It's fired up, Big Nelson. Asiata. Oh, Taumalolo put it down. Hopawati has got it. They said knock back. I think plenty of disagree with that. Hopawati offloaded. And then Lawler here to Panua. Fresh from scoring his first try in the NRL. Last week loses the ball. Smith. They've ruled strip again.
Walk away.
Oh, Sean Johnson pushing the envelope with referee Cummins.
I think he got a fair point.
We've got a clear strip here.
Come on.
Too questionable. Look, six penalties to 0, the penalty count.
No, line here, line.
A great run from Tupanua.
Terapo. Offload. To no one. Taumalolo scoops it up. It's one of the hard things about having a winger as your captain to challenge the referee. He has to run in a split second and then will sprint back to get in position. And across, Asiata delivering the pass. Pengai's offloaded. Then Fanu does the same. Asiata cut down 4 metres away. Tongans trailing by 18. but no let-up in spirits or efforts. Tokiaho to play it again. Kenny Bromwich hangs on. They're 5 from the line. Whānau is cut down, back to Tokiaho. Shrugged away from Tuivasa-Sheck. That is strength there. Siwa really turning it on. Lolohea, cut out ball. Hopewadi with it. Can't get around Johnson. Great tackle by Sean Johnson. Last tackle, Kata, Pengai. He'll offload at all costs. It's been knocked down by Asiata. The Kiwis goal on defence. 3 straight sets, they've done the job.
Inspirational defence from the New Zealand side. And for Tonga, 37 times they have been tackled in the 20-metre zone. 37 times for only 1 try off a kick. They're playing nice. They've got to play nice and direct. They've got to find some short passes. When they throw those wide passes to the edges, it's very predictable. And the defence of the New Zealand side is just way too good. Whānau is the man. He is the one who can possibly create some opportunities out of dummy half. He has looked dangerous. He needs to keep taking the line on. Keep running the ball.
Saw the shot of Jerome Hughes. He's out there now, and they've got an error from New Zealand. 30 metres away. Joseph Manu that time. And then an argument from the Kiwi players, the descent. And what was going to be a scrum feed becomes a penalty to Tonga. Yet another one.
Not at the moment they're playing. Sean
To be fair, Tonga are getting the run of the play here. They've got plenty of opportunities. Brendan Smith, well, he deserves a rest. What a game. What a game he has had. What a test match. He should be proud of himself. But plenty of opportunities here for Tonga. Sooner or later, they need to ice one. They just have to ice an opportunity now.
Well, everything happens if they score. Plenty of time on the clock. Crowd gets all excited, revved up. That momentum turned 1 try into 2 try, and then it's game on, absolutely. Taumalola held up there. Has a team ever gone through 80 minutes in a test match and never received a penalty? We'll have to search the record books there. Across with Asiata. Australia back in the day, 78 against France, I think was a penalty count, something like 30-3. Tokiaho. And Whenua Blake back on. Can't offload. Only Hargreaves there in defence. They've slowed down the play the ball. Jesse Bromwich almost conceded another penalty. This time on the right edge, but Taumalola can't offload. Again, Warrior Hargreaves is there. Kenny Bromwich as well. Last tackle, it settles down for Lolohea. Tuivasa-Sheck. The dancing feet are going nowhere. Let's have another New Zealand line dropout.
Yeah, great tackle there from Tupanua on Tuivasa-Sheck, and a beautiful kick again from Lolohea. He's had no problem with this. Their fit tackle options have been fine. They've been quite good, especially in this second half. Building pressure, but it's their key playmakers. It's their creative players that we thought had a question mark on them at the start of the game are struggling to deliver the final play. Whether that be run, whether that be a nice, beautiful pass, a short pass, or they're relying on Taumalola and Whenua Blake, individual brilliance, one-on-one, to try and create something, try and beat the defenders of the New Zealand side, and it's not going to come that easy. No set pieces, no set plays yet from Tonga.
Drop out again with the Kiwis fullback, nice and long, 60 metres. Tokiaho to bring it back. Having a career best season at the Roosters for metres made per game. He's up around 160. He'll reach those numbers here in this test match. Whenua Blake, caught by Kenny Bromwich. So Hughes is playing in the dummy half role here for the Kiwis for the first time. Now that he's on, Staggs puts a move on. Almost got away from Masters. Well, Marlaw made the tackle. Lolohea. Whānau with it. Double dummy. Doesn't link up with Taumalola. And look, he's still
Support.
He can still cause a problem.
He's the man.
Lolohea. Asiata.
Fourth tackle kick.
Fourth tackle kick.
Strange.
And then put down.
It's a disaster, Vossi. It's a disaster. Fourth tackle kick. And it just wasn't on. It's a rush of blood again. I just don't understand why you're going to put a kick like this in on the fourth tackle.
Kick that's neither high nor long or caught by surprise. It was just...
It's confusion. It's pressure. It's coming down this end of the field. Look at the possession. 73%. They've had around over 40 tackles in the 20-metre zone. They've completed 8 of 9 sets, so they've been dominant with the ball in hand. But when you keep knocking on the door and you can't score a try, it gets more frustrating, and then you build pressure and put pressure on yourself and try and come up with a play that isn't on. And that is what is happening there.
The Kiwis with only 2 completed sets in the 17 minutes since half-time, yet they lead in the second half alone, 6-0. That's remarkable. Jerome Hughes. And on for Ken Momalo. Rugged defence there. Tukiaho and Taumalolo. Hughes on for Armel. Harris is going to be hungry when he gets out there for New Zealand. Keeping up the sleeve, Michael Maguire. Here's Liu. Tonga have used all of their interchange bench. Necessarily all their interchanges. Now Johnson, last tackle. Kicked hard. Kicked really hard at Tupou. Kiwis have come up with a ball. See, I don't think that was a good kick. I think it's a missed kick by Johnson.
You know, it wasn't a good kick. And it went straight down the throat. Watch this. He was thinking run first. He tried to put it over the sideline. It's not a good kick, but you got to take those, Tupou.
First penalty of the match for New Zealand.
Then this is again what happens. You build pressure on the opposition. You can't turn opportunity into points. And all of a sudden, backs against the wall.
There you go, 59th minute. First penalty for New Zealand. What a position to get the repeat set. 12 from the line. Hughes, Marshall and Johnson. Is there a try in the offing for Benji Marshall on his return to the New Zealand side? Hughes, Marshall, what about dummy and run from Benji as Johnson has done? Maria Hargreaves there. In front of the sticks, Jerome Hughes. Liu, there could have been trouble. Great defence. To Fanua. There with Fanua Blake. Hughes, high ball. Johnson, short. Nakura, spin. Tukiaho there with Taumalolo. Fifth tackle for the Kiwis. Hughes, Johnson keeps them guessing. Then bounces on its way to Kenny Bromwich. He's got a kick as well. Opawate. This time it's a Tongan line dropout.
Great finesse there from Bromwich on the edge. It's a great incentive to have a back rower like Kenny Bromwich who can come up with a kick like this. Great timing. Takes the pressure off his rest of his side. They get a breather. They'll get a repeat set. And continue to just mount pressure on Tonga.
20 minutes to go and 22-4.
Well, you can see, you can feel it here. You can really feel it that New Zealand ominous. Johnson, Marshall, Tuivasa-Sheck could witness something special soon.
Johnson on for Leeson Armau to bring it back. So they have to defend for their lives here, the Tongans. More points and they're just about rubbed out. Hughes and Marshall. Maria Hargreaves there. He's been good since the opening run of the night. Jared for the Kiwis. Marshall, Liu, and Havili involved in that tackle with Tupanua. None away, quick play the ball. Hughes takes off. As a result, Jerome Hughes has done what Brandon Smith has been doing all night. He comes on a dummy half. He backs himself, he beats defenders. Jerome Hughes on the boo for the Kiwis. Scores a 4-pointer.
Well, it didn't take him long. Jerome Hughes having an enormous season for the Melbourne Storm. Scores his first try for New Zealand on debut. And he makes it look easy. He's so fast, he's got great vision, he's powerful. The Tongan defence, they just don't get off the line. Again, it's Asiata, inside shoulder, Asiata holding. It's too late. Jerome Hughes, what a player.
Yeah, he's been tremendous at Melbourne. You almost wonder how it's taken so long for Jerome Hughes, because fleeting appearances here and there leading up to, say, the last 12 months, he always looked good when he came into first grade.
He's been great, Vossi, and everyone was worried about the void that Billy Slater would leave at the Melbourne Storm. He's got Pappenhausen just chomping at the bit to get his spot at fullback, but to hold him out, Jerome Hughes has done an amazing job, but also to keep that form in a formidable Melbourne Storm side at the back in that #1 jersey, and has been rewarded with this opportunity, and he's made it count already.
By my count, he's the 4th Kiwi to score a try on test debut in the last 12 months. His Masters is successful. The box looking a little cagey. They've dumped, I was going to say they've dumped one off. He's just had to move out to the side.
Did they get anyone else in there?
But in the last 12 months, Anu has scored on debut. He's saying Masters scored on debut. Brandon Smith scored on debut. And now Jerome Hughes. Live pictures coming through from Leichhardt, the Lebanon side, getting ready with Fiji for their test match here on Fox League. And that'll be followed by Samoa versus Papua New Guinea, the Kumals tonight. And the whole nation been on radio this week in Papua New Guinea. They're so excited, as they always are.
They love it, don't they, Vossi?
They feel as if they're the underdogs tonight.
Jason now! Big move, boys, and hold now. Wait here.
The pride of a nation on show. So Liu with it, 28-4. The defence of the Kiwis in that 10-15 minutes after half-time telling now. Tuivasa Sheck off Hughes. Great stepping from Roger. New Zealand, who will play the Great Britain Lions later in the year. Hughes, Johnson on, and what a tackle there. Asiata, better defence on Nakora. Last tackle, Johnson kicking to the corner again. Protection for Hopewadi, good take.
He's been solid at the back, Hopewadi. You can hold his head high. Looking tired now, Tonga. You can see them just coming back into their attacking positions, but bunched up a little. Good run from Fusatua.
Deflating the 3 consecutive sets they had without getting points.
Yeah, that was the killer. That was the killer.
Get 22-10 maybe, rather than now looking at 28-4. Yeah, totally different. Crowd
totally
would energise them. Adrenaline pumping. Offload there, Tokiaho, Lolahia, Hopewadi. Johnson, Nakora there. He's playing big minutes. Britain Nakora on debut. Back for Lolahia. He's got the bomb from his own 40. Haven't seen one of them for a while.
I don't think he meant that.
It's back. He got the ball. Forward. He's thrown it over the top forward. Bit of a schmozzle at the end. The 40-metre bomb.
It's a dog's breakfast, Vossi. He went. I don't think he meant the midfield bomb. They went out years ago. He's actually kicked all right this second half. Lawler here, but that wasn't one of his best. It's been a dominant performance, but from New Zealand, they've got a classy side. They've got the skill, they've got the power. But they've also got some class in key positions.
Yeah, I didn't hear, mate. Okay.
It's all right with the trainer there. He's okay. Malo on discharge. 15 to go. First of the test matches in a row here. Jerome Hughes. I don't know what happened there. I thought Mamalo interfered with Hughes passing the ball, not a defender. Manu's got it. going to be around on the test scene for a long time, Joseph Manu.
Good to see him fit too. It was a worry with that knee injury, but seems to be fine. He's bounced back sensationally well.
We'll get 15 very strong minutes here from James Fisher-Harris. And waiting to come on. He took that run, the young Panther. Maria Hargreaves and Marshall Johnson. Kenny Bromwich. Down in the tackle of Lawler here. And Staggs. Masters has got a strong fend and an offload. We know that. Staggs does well to throw him down. Last tackle, New Zealand, Hughes. Marshall, switch of play. Look out, Johnson. Oh, that is shot. Salma came up on Masters. He gave him the lot.
Oh.
He upsized it.
That's how we always interpret Saliba, you know.
Well, if anyone asks me what's your worst nightmare, just watch this.
Oh, we're laughing.
Wake me up. Wake me up from this nightmare.
He's saying Masters. Looking at that.
That's how we always do it.
You can smile, it's 28-4, but...
Yeah, mate, got you, Will. Stand up.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to see this guy coming at you.
No.
Just keep that tongue
But just the combination with Marshall and Johnson has been effortless. But they've made it look so easy tonight.
So from the scrum, Johnson. And this time they rush up on Tuivasa Sheck. He's almost pushed through the gap. He got a pass away. It's knocked back by Wateni Zalesia. He rolls out like Jackie Chan from the tackle. He's 15 away from the line. He's beaten another. Now he's back from where he started. 10 away. Manu, he'll have a crack at them. And he'll score just like that. They're on a roll, the Kiwis. They're making this a real celebration. Redemption night for them. Yet another try. This time, Joseph Manu.
Well, the evolution of Joseph Manu, what a player he has turned into over the years. He just continues to get better. Great vision out of dummy half. He looks up. He spots tiring forwards, and it's just the footwork. It's the acceleration, the pinpoint accuracy to get in between the defenders from Tonga. He beats his teammate Tauki Hao on the outside, and he just continues to become the complete player.
A couple of tries we saw last Sunday on Fox League. His second and third tries of the season only. And he was playing at fullback against the Bulldogs. He was outstanding at fullback, filling in for James Tedesco, and he's carried that club form into the test match. Right now, I love a hypothetical, but Kiwis tonight, if they were playing the best side Australia could put on the field, given that we've had a huge transition in the Australian test side. Kiwis beat them last time they played. Would they get them again tonight?
Be very
I fancy
close.
their chance.
They look very settled in key, as I've mentioned and I've alluded to quite often tonight, in key positions, which is always important, especially with rep teams. When you've got Johnson and Marshall in the 6 and 7 role, Tuivasa Sheck at fullback, and you bring in Brandon Smith, who comes up with a performance like he has. What a formidable side they are forming, the New Zealand side, and Masters knocks that one over. Yes, if they come up against Australia, it would be, well, what a game, what a game.
Well, last time they met, a 2-point victory to the Kiwis end of last season. We just don't get enough of it. Just this one test weekend during the season. Then we have to wait until postseason. Manu goes over to get his own 4-pointer. 34-4. Short kick-off time for Tui Lawler here. Well, it's actually the long short kick-off. And it goes quite easily to Manu 20 metres downfield.
Yeah, the long short kick-off doesn't usually work, Fossey.
The 40-metre bomb and the long short kick-off. They're two that are best shelved.
Come on, Tilly, make it in, mate.
Next up from Leichhardt Oval, double header. Fiji versus Lebanon first up. That's the warm-up field down the northern end of Leichhardt Oval, where they're going through their paces. And then that'll be followed by Samoa versus Papua New Guinea. The big hits continue at Mount Smart. Fisher-Harris. Last tackle with just over 10 minutes remaining. Marshall will bomb and give it plenty of height as well. Kiwis are right there. Hopewadi gets the catch again.
I really feel for the Tongan forward pack tonight. They couldn't do much more. You've got Whanua Blake, Teakiaho, Pengai's had a big game. Taumalolo's also had a big game, but they just haven't been able to, again, capitalise down the other end of the field, but they've just been powering out of their own end. Very committed performance by all the forwards from Tonga.
We'll say that Hopewadi could. Asiata's drifted out of the game totally in attacking this second half.
He's a bit shell-shocked, I think. It's been tough for him. And I do feel sorry for Asiata. It's a huge game for him in his not preferred position as they come up with an error here. You know, it's a huge responsibility for a young footy player to come into a side at test match level, come up against Sean Johnson and Benji Marshall, who are seasoned campaigners, some of the best ever.
Oceania Cup striking trophy. Asiata now off the field for Tonga. Responsibility falling on the shoulders of Lulahia to try and...
And Whanau too, Vossi moves into that 5'8" role. You know, I probably would have thrown him in there earlier. You know, I know they've done this late in the game when it's pretty much said and done, but when they couldn't get over that try line, I would have been tempted to throw him into the halves, Whanau.
Proving that the singing starts from the Tongan fans despite the scoreline. They're here for a good time and celebrate where they have come in international rugby league. Siva Solomona. Hughes. He's already got his try on debut. Maybe there'll be one for Cora, but as I say, I'd love to see Benji go over. Hughes. Marshall. Bromwich there, caught low down by Tupanua and Taumalolo. Hughes, switch. Asifa Solomona is right on the goal line. When they say short, they're not talking about his height. I know that. Taumalolo rolls away there. 30 points the difference. Last tackle, 8 minutes to play. Marshall and Johnson again. Johnson's kick, little deflection. Nakora was run off the ball. Hopewadi gets it. Just for a moment, Nakora could have had the try on debut. Tongans back in possession. Tupou on the run this time. We'll say for their fans' sake, it'd be nice if they could finish off with a 4-pointer. Just inside their 40. It appears that on the injury count, Mau is the player of most concern. Tupanua! How about this run? Satili Tupanua, what a player.
What a run, what a player.
So little experience, but so much potential. Taumalolo, Tokiaho. This time it's a look forward, the no-look pass short for Siwa Tokiaho to score for the Tongans. That's one for the highlights reel right there.
Well, it's a superstar who comes up with the try assist, a Tongan superstar, and it's a superstar in the making that got them into this field position, Tupanua. What a run, what a damaging player he is with so much speed for a forward. And this is where it starts. Havili throws the pass, but he had plenty of work to do. He wasn't in space, he created that. Power and aggression, speed and a quick play the ball, which then gives the likes of Taumalolo to come up with the no-look pass. He looks out the back. We said, where's it been? Well, it's back again to win the one game. And Takiaho, who has been strong, so strong throughout the 2019 season, he deserves it.
He's got another couple of points as well to go with a try. 34 points to 10. I would think that Satili Tupanua's father would be here watching. He's a construction worker in Auckland. It was with his blessing that Satili came to Sydney to chase his rugby league dream. He was combining being a labourer with his early footy in Sydney. He's now on the test stage. He played a big hand in the lead up to the try by this man.
There were comparisons, and I hate saying it, but I will. There were comparisons with Sonny Bill early days, and I was assistant coach at the under-20s for the Sydney Roosters, and I remember watching him as he was about 16, 17-year-old kid, and it was a real eye-opener. He had it all. He was strong, he was powerful, but even his speed for a forward was incredible. He's going to be a 10 to 15-year first grader.
So, into the last 6 minutes, and it feels like celebration for both sets of fans. Don't worry about the scoreline. Respect between the two bands of supporters here tonight. Now, Fanua Blake on this run. His reputation has grown in this match. Have a look at this run as well. And then Fisher Harris couldn't resist. Well, it was almost dropped off.
Come back.
It was almost dropped off there by Adam Fanua Blake. He let, once he saw Fisher Harris was having a crack at the ball, he just let it go.
Yeah, smart play. They had hands all over it. He knew if he let go of the ball, it would be adjudicated as a strip.
They'll chase late points at 34 to 10. Watches on from the bench. Chupanua will pick your highlight of this test match tonight. I don't think we'll ever forget the shots of Benji Marshall we had pre-match during the anthem in tears. That was incredible. The pre-match war cries, as always, incredibly moving. Brendan Smith. Try in the first half. No-look passes from front rowers for tries. Sean Johnson, is it a test hat-trick? I don't know still to this point. There's plenty of great grand moments here on Fox League tonight in this test. Pengai will play it. Into the final five we go. Avili. Fanu goes short. Fanua Blake, his Manly teammate. Beating players. Avili's got it back. Thought kick. Gets a pass inside. A little bit of footwork. Pengai offloads as well. The New Zealand defence somehow hold up Fanua Blake. He got his head over the line, but not the ball there. Last tackle. And again a short pass. Taumalolo. Hughes hangs on somehow. Tokiaho with the ball. Knows it's the last. Puts in a good kick. Puts in a great kick. It's gone forward. Is it play on? Desperate stretch by Tupou.
I think he's dropped it, Tupou. This is an amazing kick from the front row. Taukiaho.
Okay, we're going to go back.
The finesse.
I have no try. Can you confirm that Tonga knockout ball on Daniel Tupou, please?
Yeah, Tupou had a chance here to score. Watch this kick. Well, Tupou's getting back onside. Now he's onside. It's a beautiful
Daniel
kick.
Tupou, the winger, is onside kick chase.
He's done this before.
So tight on the contest, mate, please.
Now have a look at this. If he grounds the ball now to try, I think
just something
drops
tight on that contest.
Let's play on from here.
Looks to be back off Dallin Watini-Zelezniak at this stage.
He reaches out. He's got a long reach.
Hasn't he? Oh, hang on a sec.
Just showing the contest again. Nice and tight. Nice and slow. Can we have that look very slowly?
He gave himself up, but this looks like it's closer than what we first thought. That should be a try.
So slow on this contest, and then we'll go to the camera 5 shot again.
See, if the ball touches his
ball is
forearm...
knocked backwards by Dallin Watini-Zelezniak.
And then comes loose at all. Let's have a look. Does he maintain...
That is some stretch.
I reckon that's good.
It
grounded me in goal.
It never seemed to separate, that word separation, the S word. They didn't seem to separate away from the hand at any stage.
He was never confident. He fooled me. He got me. 1-0 Tupou.
Ben Cummins. Well, they're overruled. And the Tongans have back-to-back tries late. 34 to 14. Tupou, the try scorer, in his 12th test for Tonga, and now 3 games straight where he has scored a 4-pointer, and it's a try assist for the man who scored the last try.
And it's a quality one. That was not easy to do for a front rower, a big man to drift across field and then put the kick on a dime. Great touch.
Tokiaho, sideline conversion, can't quite do it all. Score tries, put kicks in. But 34-14 certainly sits a lot better with the Tongan fans right now to what it was just 7 or 8 minutes ago. Straight after this, it is straight to Leichhardt Oval for the first of the 2 test matches there. Lebanon, Fiji. We will decline a break. We will go straight to Leichhardt Oval, where the players are just coming on. Lebanon and Fiji. So we won't muck about, and we're going to get through the last 2 minutes and 43 seconds here. To Abasashek. I'll try and call both games at once. That would be interesting. To play with a ball.
Lucky there's no golden point.
Now Solomon Akata. Tongans will face Australia again post-season this year. Here's Avili.
Find a pass.
Going along, Hopewadi, nice work. Staggs has support. He's got Fusatua. Late delivery. He's over the sideline. Or is he? David Fusatua. I'm sure the flag is out. I don't know where the touch has gone. No,
Where are we?
He's got a forward pass.
Well, he's calling something 30 metres back downfield. I was thinking we've lost the man with a flag.
I don't know where that forward pass was. I'm not so sure about that one. I didn't see any forward pass in that lead-up. But he was so far behind. Fusatua could have been 5 metres out. No one would have seen him.
It was yours, Will.
Marshall off the field late. 7 years after that previous test appearance. I don't know, is this the end for Benji in a New Zealand jersey? Triumphant return for him. Not quite sure what the thinking is for later in the season.
Well, it's hard to change this side, the way they've played tonight.
Johnson on. This can happen with a crossover of matches. We show you inset. Anthem's being played now. Fiji. Cheers in the eyes of players like Asibo there. Not far away from kickoff. 90 seconds to go. Liu with the ball. Liu has been held up.
Shot for 3, bring it up.
There is just a blade of grass between him and the try line there. Smith, put down. Asifa Solomona. How on earth is a man 10'7" meant to take a pass like that?
How nice is that? Fox, his young fella, gets to see his dad play for New Zealand for the first time.
And the Mad Butcher.
And the Mad Butcher
leads on there to capture the shot.
Well, that's a proud moment for Benji. I know before the game when the national anthem was on, he was emotional. He would have been thinking about his family. And Zoe and young Fox would have brought a tear to his eye. I've got no doubt about it. What a proud dad. What an awesome moment.
Just there, thanks, Sean, mate. Sean, thank you.
Final 60 seconds of the game.
Put in, mate.
Tonga a scrum feed, 10 metres out from their own line.
Time on out.
Taumalolo away for Qatar, their lone try scorer from the first half.
Leaving now.
Solomona went the leg tackle there. Now Fanua Blake. So it's back-to-back test wins for New Zealand, having won that third test against England last year, 34-0, and now they've racked up 34 points against Tonga. Avili, Taumalolo, Lawler here, out for Staggs. And Katoni Staggs on his test debut. To the 40-metre line there. 20 seconds to go. Stand by. Action from Leichhardt in just a moment on Fox League. Taumalolo. Stepping run. It's going to finish 6 tries to 3. And a late offload comes the way of Tokiaho. This will be the final run of the night. The Tongans in New Zealand have turned it on. But that is it at Mount Smart Stadium in Auckland. Full time. New Zealand 34, Tonga 14. And right now on Fox League, we go straight to Leichhardt for Lebanon versus Fiji.